your reaction to the images coming from the southern border?
Get it under control.
Get it under control, or you have it under control?
We will get it under control.
¿Es fuerte el negocio ahorita? ¿Se deja bien?
Pues, a cómo está la situación con la gente, sí.
Por lo menos, eso aseguran estos dos jóvenes que han creado un negocio muy rentable cruzando familias centroamericanas que vienen en busca de asilo.
Nosotros nada más venimos para ganarnos el pan de cada día, como los demás. Pues la mera verdad, sí, hay demasiada gente, créanme que ahora con el beneficio que les está dando su nuevo presidente, la gente se animó más a venir.
It's a line right here that is being formed right here. And I just told the migrants, you know, how embarrassing it is that you're demonstrating this kind of behavior to the American public. I just told the migrants that, how embarrassing this is, that you are showing to the American public how it is your behavior. This is the line, and you see all of the line is all men on this side. This is the first line. And you got the National Guard front line. You got press from France right here. National Guard officials. And then you got a line right here. Apparently all the buses are going to be picked up tonight. This is the police saying only, I'm asking you to order yourselves. Please begin to order. Remain in order. This is the other line that is all men. Look at this. It is all men. There's one woman I see right there, one woman. See another woman right here with a child. This is men. Raw and uncut footage for every single one of you. This is the lines, and it goes all the way to the back. All the way to the back.
Rob Astorino's demanding answers tonight into a series of mystery flights allegedly carrying undocumented migrants into the Hudson Valley, this time into Stewart Airport in Orange County. News 12's Blaze Gomez has that story from New Windsor.
Those who have broken the law, who are here illegally, are getting assistance from taxpayers, and yet we're getting no answers from our federal government.
This is the leaked video that gubernatorial hopeful Rob Astorino says shows more than 100 undocumented migrants in the Hudson Valley getting off chartered planes in the middle of the night.
They're coming directly from El Paso, at times McAllen, Texas, and they go to regional airports around the country. Westchester is the most utilized, and now here at Stewart in Orange County.
Astorino says there's been at least 2 flights here since mid-May, and that migrants are being bused to various locations throughout the tri-state area.
There's a process that is not being followed. Laws are being broken, and it's complete chaos right now.
The former Westchester County executive first leaked similar pictures from Westchester County Airport last August. He says migrants are being allowed in at the southern border under U.S. asylum laws that are supposed to grant entry for religious or political persecution, a practice Astorino says undermines people trying to legally obtain visas or citizenship and is incentivizing illegal entry into the country. U.S. policymakers tell News 12 that the flights have been happening for decades, are legal under immigration law, and accuse Astorino of fear-mongering.
Anything that the federal government does clandestinely in the middle of the night, giving no information to the citizens, that is the first and foremost clue that they themselves know that this is problematic.
Astorino says he wrote President Biden this letter with concerns and hasn't gotten a response. He wants Governor Hochul to confirm how the state is keeping track of who's coming in. In New Windsor, Blaise Gomez, News 12.
We have repeatedly reached out to Governor Hochul and the Port Authority about these flights, but we haven't yet gotten a response.
I was just in Yuma. The Yuma sector is getting hit hard. I toured the food bank. They're out of food. You know, they're out of food. They don't have enough to feed American citizens who need help around Yuma because, you know, in large part, a lot of the food's going to people who are coming here illegally. Thank goodness the Biden administration wasn't able to lift Title 42, right? They were very close, and thank God that judge in Louisiana blocked it. But that's also just a temporary Band-Aid. Mayorkas, I think he's a criminal. I think he needs to be impeached. Biden, I think what he's done at the southern border with this open borders policy, and this is intentional.
Around 3, 4 in the morning, just hundreds and hundreds of migrants were running into Yuma, and anyone who's been down to the Yuma border knows that there's massive amount of gaps throughout the border wall. So these migrants here were directed by human smugglers and the coyotes to run around these huge gaps, and we saw hundreds and hundreds. Steve, I encountered just in a couple hours migrants from 11 different countries, from Georgia, India, Russia, Uzbekistan, Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Cuba, Nicaragua, Venezuela, and even Afghanistan. And I ran into massive amount of groups of single males, which you don't really see it down at the border. I even done a few interviews with some of the migrants. I said, are you afraid that you'll be deported under Title 42? What's your reaction? And they said, no, we know that we're here to stay. This administration is welcoming us. One Cuban migrant said, well, if they deport me, I'll just keep trying again. But massive amount of groups, Steve, and that Yuma sector, what's unique is the amount of migrants coming outside of the Northern Triangle countries. This is nicknamed as the Yuma long-distance migrants, where they fly into Mexicali Airport. From there, they take a charter bus to Los Algodones and just cross illegally and just walk right in through the Yuma Gap. These migrants, they have no fear of being deported under Title 42. The Border Patrol there in Yuma is extremely frustrated. They say, hey, we basically feel like Uber drivers. We don't even do any border enforcement. We do border enrollment, what they call it, just picking up migrants, taking them to processing centers and back and forth. But what we're seeing there in Yuma is happening nightly right now.
How brazen the cartels are. We're here in Naco, Arizona. I want to show you this lookout tower that the cartels built right here on the other side. It's all controlled by the cartels, and what's crazy is this observation tower they've built right here. You can see right here where they cut it. This whole compound is all controlled by the cartels. And that looks straight into America. They can see when Border Patrol's here and when they're not, and they can run their operation. Scary right there. Is Border Patrol, the resources are so limited right now that you can go all the way from here, we're outside of Douglas, all the way to New Mexico, and there is no Border Patrol. All the way down that line. Come back over here, same thing. All the way down the line, not until you get down into town. No Border Patrol for miles. You know who knows that? The cartels.
Drew Hernandez here with Frontlines. We're here in Yuma, Arizona, just past 4 in the morning. This is the group of illegals that has come across the southern border illegally. There's at least more than 150 people here. There are tons of children, women, and men as well. Look at this massive group that has come into the United States of America illegally. This is huge. Hombres solamente, háganme una fila aquí. Obviously, you see a lot of children. Now they're getting on the buses right here. A lot of men as well. This is a massive group. This is huge. Sitting down, tons of men. There's definitely a lot more men in this group right now, and that's what we've been seeing all night, which is interesting because a lot of these people pose as families, and we want to see the other side right now. We're gonna go take a look at the other side, but this, guys, this is a massive group. I can't emphasize it anymore, and these people are coming right there. That's where they come in, right there. And here they go. Getting bust. Yeah. Side, and this is how you walk straight into the United States illegally. There's the same sign that says do not trespass. They're literally walking on it into the USA. There's the massive line, and they're being transported on buses. Russia? From Russia? Russia? You guys came from Russia?
Thank you, Biden.
Tonight, we're with the U.S. Border Patrol near El Paso, where agents tell us migrant crossings are nonstop. They find this group of men from Brazil and Mexico. Here along the border between Juarez and New Mexico, border agents say they're already seeing numbers of migrants crossing that's expected to surpass last year's record high. What that means is the need to quickly process and move migrants out of this area is more critical than ever. Last month, there were over 234,000 illegal border crossings, the highest monthly total ever recorded. Even with the COVID border restriction known as Title 42 still in place, the majority of those migrants were released into the U.S. The number's so high, agents are doing what they call street releases in El Paso.
As we had reached capacity here, we were over 3,500 when we took them to the bus station.
Tonight, the Biden administration is considering another controversial change. According to internal documents obtained by NBC News, DHS is planning to use federal funds to bus migrants to shelters in cities far from the border, beginning with Los Angeles and later Albuquerque, Dallas, Houston, and others soon. A senior DHS official says it's a contingency plan to alleviate overcrowding.
DHS officials are expecting their new proposal to bus migrants across America will be met with pushback, especially from Republican-led states.
Mr. President, what's your reaction to the images coming from the southern border?
Get it under control.
Get it under control, or you have it under control?
We will get it under control.